Welcome, everyone. This is the Committee on Labor, Culture, and the Arts. Today is Wednesday, February 10th, 2021. It's just after 3 p.m., and we are in conference room 225. Today we have two bills for hearing and decision-making. We'll begin with Senate Bill 1158, relating to the boiler and elevator safety law. This authorizes the Director of Labor and Industrial Relations to prohibit the operation of pressure-retaining items, amusement rides, and elevators and kindred equipment if inspection fees or fines are not paid timely. Deletes the boiler and elevator fee schedule, and it's effective upon approval. We have one testifier today. It's Director Ann Estacchio from the Department of Labor and Industrial Relations. Ann?
Good afternoon, Chair Taniguchi, Vice Chair Ihara, and members of the Committee on Labor, Culture, and the Arts. The Department has submitted testimony with strong support of this administration measure. I would like to point out some of the key elements in the measure. The Department has struggled to collect fees for inspections already completed, which threatens the viability of the boiler and elevator revolving fund. Providing the Department with the ability to prohibit the use of equipment will enhance compliance with the timely paying of fees. The Department's ability to collect fees will help enable the Department's stewardship of the boiler and elevator revolving fund. I'd like to thank the Chair today for hearing this administrative bill, and we're available for any questions.
Okay. Thank you. So that was the only testimony we received. Are there any questions from members? Okay. So are you going to exempt the Capitol? No, just kidding. Okay, thank you, Ann. We'll move on to Senate Bill 1087. This is relating to the Hawaii Employer Union Health Benefits Trust Fund. This suspends the requirement for public employers to make annual required contributions to the Hawaii Employer Union Health Benefits Trust Fund through fiscal year 2024 to 2025. Testifying first off is from the Department of Budget and Finance, the Director, Craig Hirai. Craig?
Good afternoon, Chair Taniguchi, committee members. I'm Craig Hirai, the Director of Finance. Thank you for hearing this administration bill. By way of explanation, it is something that we are recommending, and we have suspended the annual required contribution, or OPEB contribution, for this fiscal year, and we're proposing to suspend it for the next 4 fiscal years. It's an important ingredient to plug the holes in our financial plan. It amounts to something in excess of $350 million a year. And the reason we chose to do this is because most states are on a pay-as-you-go basis. And we felt that this suspension would hurt our bond rating the least. And as you may or may not know, of the 3 bond rating agencies, one downgraded us from stable to negative outlook, and the other 2 downgraded us 1 step after we did this. So that's why we did it this way, to minimize the impact on our bond rating.
Thank you.
I'm available. You have our written testimony, and
yes,
available to answer any questions.
Thank you. We also have from the Hawaii Employer Union Health Benefits Trust Fund, Administrator Derek Mizuno. Derek?
Good afternoon, Chair, Vice Chair, members of the committee. ETF just stands on its written testimony, just providing information on the impact of the suspension and also the results of our recent evaluation. That's very favorable. That helps offset, some of pushing out the payment to the future. I'm available for questions. Thank you.
Thank you. We also received three testimonies in support and one in opposition, as well as two comments. Okay. With that, do we have questions from members on Senate Bill 1087? Questions? If not, the chair had a question. We're thinking that the governor suspended the payment for the next fiscal year for 21 to 22.
For this fiscal year.
For this 2021.
21, yeah.
Okay, so if we were to go the 4 years, that would be 2025, 2026. 2024, 2025, yeah.
23,
24.
23, 24, 25, we start making the contributions again in fiscal year 26.
Okay. I realize that you have the 6-year financial plan, and because of that, we would like to have the 4 years, but 4 years seems a little long. So that I was thinking, what would be the impact if we amended it for, say, just 2 years, and see how we're doing, and come in later if we need to extend it some more?
Under the current revised financial plan, it would probably, under the current plan, it would give us a negative general fund balance in fiscal year 24 and fiscal year 25, which would not be looked upon favorably by the bond rating agencies.
Okay, and so fiscal year 24 and fiscal year 25 are the last 2 years in the 6-year financial plan?
No, I think 26 and 27 are.
Okay, so it under the, I guess, current situation, the financial plan has to balance every year, or does it have to balance at the end of the 6-year financial plan?
Well, for bond rating purposes, we need to maintain a positive general fund ending balance at the end of each year for bond rating purposes.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Further questions from members? If not, then we will, I guess, recess the public hearing and go into a breakout room for welcome back. This is the Committee on Labor, Culture, and the Arts. We have 2 bills today that we just heard, and that we will now have decision-making on. The first bill is Senate Bill 1158. This is relating to the boiler and elevator safety law. Chair is going to recommend that we pass with amendments. We'd like to add some conforming amendments to HRS 397-2 and make stylistic, technical, non-substantive amendments. Any discussion? If not, Senator Ihara.
Okay, Labor Committee members, we're voting on the Chair's recommendation to pass Senate Bill 1158 with amendments. Chair Taniguchi.
Aye.
Vice Chair votes aye. Senator Chang.
Aye.
Senator Keoho Kalole.
Aye.
Senator Favela.
Aye.
Recommendations adopted.
Thank you, members. We'll proceed to Senate Bill 1087. This is relating to the Hawaii Employer Union Health Benefits Trust Fund. Chair is going to recommend that we pass with a defective date, and that we make technical and non-substantive amendments, and that we reflect in the committee report that this committee had discussed the possibility of making it only 2 years, but with the testimony from the budget director, that we felt that we'd leave that part of it up to the Ways and Means Committee. Okay, any discussion? If not,
Okay, members, you heard the chair's recommendation to pass Senate Bill 1087 with amendments. Any reservations or objections to the recommendation? Otherwise, I'll cast an aye vote for all members present. Recommendation is adopted.
Thank you, members.